Okay, hey, welcome everybody. It is week two of our Magician, Berserker, Black Knight, and Elf game. Week one was, I just dripped boiling hot tea on my leg. One drop, thankfully. Ow. um, the first week was maybe a little uneventful. I mean, we really only had two ghosts killed. We did find a couple treasure sites and a couple treasures were looted, but nothing really notable. Um, and we had two character score cards. The Berzerker scored the monastery, the Black Knight scored. Oh, what did the Black Knight score? Ghost Hunter. There you go. That's why he killed the ghost. So that's about where we're at today. The scores, though, or 5 to 2 to 1 to 0. The Black Knight is winning because he has prowess and gold. Now, mind you, both of those are on the slimmest margin, so I expect those 4 points to change around quite a bit because you can't. He didn't have those points permanently. He only has them until he gets second place or third place. He will lose those points. The magician got 2 points in spells. That might stick because really only the elf is going to be the only other character to learn a bunch of spells. And he had two spells. He does have an Ashes Curse, I think, so he'll have to deal with that. Right? He has an Ashes Curse. He does not have an Ashes Curse. That's all. I thought I remembered a curse, but I do not see a curse. So, okay. I will. Yeah, man, where am I remembering that from? Could be any other time I played the damn magician. So, where are we at? We're starting week two then, and we need to get first thing before anything else happens. We need to get 3 more event cards out the door. So we get a storm is coming, a spider bounty, and amazing weather. So, wow, okay. So that's sort of interesting. The first thing I'm going to do, real quick, is I'm going to get something. I'm going to get something to remind me. There we go. So I always use a little chip to remind me that this is a good week for moving. So everybody's going to get an extra turn. Normally you get 4 turns plus extras. Because of the amazing weather this week, you're going to get 5 turns plus extras. That is always great because that opens the game up quite a bit for these guys. Gets a lot more movement around the board and so on. However, so I'm just going to put this, I'm going to just discard this right now because it doesn't matter. However, the other thing is a storm is coming, so we have to roll to see what day the storm is coming. So it's going to be day 8 when we start again. We roll 2 dice, obviously take the highest, just like normal, 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So on day 12, we're going to get a storm. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this shit and paste it there. So the storm is going to come on day 12. What that means is anyone who's not sheltered at the end of day 12, meaning they're in a cave, they're in a dwelling, they're going to lose, they're going to fatigue. And anyone who is gets a victory point. So it's an easy way to get 1 point for several of the characters, but they do have to watch where they travel. And then there's a spider bounty. So for every spider killed, well, how about this? If you kill a spider this week, 2 weeks, in the next 2 weeks, you get a VP. You also get a trophy for every spider you kill. And every spider you kill is going to be worth, I think, $5, actually, if you can bring the trophy back to a dwelling. So there you go. I got these chips on here. Tell me what weeks the bounty is. And I think that's it. I think we're done setting up. That was not. There's no onboard points, really. The bounty, of course, is great, but no like locations or anything like that. So, all right. So let's look at the magician's situation real quick. So the magician is here. Obviously, he wants to kill a spider. He has Spider Slayer, but damned if you can get one to actually show the heck up. So I have not seen a dang spider pretty much all game, actually. So this is a spider place, and up here is also another spider place with Stink and Patter. Both of those will drag a spider out, but so will Dank. So I think the magician was heading to the ruins first to see what's what. And then he's going to head back again. But I do think what we're going to do, so we're going to alert. Well, we're not going to alert. We're going to rest, hide. We're going to hide, rest, rest, rest. Since he has to bring 3 chips back. And then he's going to extra alert. I want the damn spider. That's what I'm trying to find first. But I will move on if need be. And with that extra phase, he gets 1 extra phase today. I'm going to move to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we'll put an X in front of it to understand that that is what we got here. Let's look at the Berzerker real quick. So the Berzerker is selling. So that is the absolute first thing he is doing is Berzerker is going to sell. So he is going to, how do we feel about, I do need to roll on the company, right? Yeah, so that's the only thing I did not do is I have to roll. He's neutral with the company. He at least has to roll against them, and no problem. So if we roll a 6, then we have to roll again for trouble, effectively. So that was the end of that day. Today, I mean, he is going to hide. So I'm just going to put an extra hide. I am going to trade 1 time. I am going to trade a 2nd time to try to buy maybe the spectacles. So that is 2 phases. I'm then going to move up into the statue. So then we're going to move to the statue. So once we trade, we're going to move up to the statue. Done. And then what? So I'm going to have 21 bucks because we start with 10. We're going to get 11 from the sell because we're going to sell both of these. So that'll be 21. If I recall, the spectacles are 6, so we need a times 3 or better, and that gives us an extra search phase, which is very nice, actually. As things go, that's a good way to go. And then if we can be up here, so I'm going to hide 2 times. And we're done. So that's his move. Black Knight could really use to plant his flag. Quiet Knight, Deep Diver, plant flag. Well, I don't like this at all. That is not cool. One, two, three. I mean, we can hide and go 1, 2, 3, 4 and get to the monastery. We do risk some dragons at that point. And we risk, obviously, the demon showing up. Oh, and the last thing, which I did not do, is... Oh, where did they end up? Yeah, the ghosts always reappear every 7th day. So they are back. So that was my fault, not paying attention. It's been a while since I played Magic Realm, so I would love to get through here. Unless the pole's here, he's going to need that for Deep Diver, but we also need to get up and plant our flag. Can we do it this week? If we start here, I mean, this is a good week to do it. You could end up with 2 spiders on you or a giant, pretty much. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to, as the Black Knight, we will extra hide, and we will hide again, and then we will move, move, and move. And we're going to end up at cliff 2. Done. So in this case, we're not using it to move faster. We're going to use it to make sure we get through there in a day. The elf still trying to complete his widget there. So the elf was stuck here. He had to run. So he's going to move to 2. So he has to move to 2 again. Extra hide. Hide. So that's 2 phases. And then he's going to move to 6. So same as yesterday, with the caveat that if he doesn't extra hide, and this is, there you go, this is the hubris speaking. If he doesn't extra hide and just goes 1 hide, and that's, he needs to do that. Yeah, 1 hide, so that's an extra. Then he just moves back. 1, 2. Yeah, that gives him 2 more. So he can actually, if he does, so if he takes the risk, oops, come on. Oh, he's in the, that's because I'm in the text box. If he takes the risk, he can get the 1 this turn. Because of the extra phase. That's what he'll do. So that's it. We've got our day going here. I'm ready to roll. It is day 8. We are ready to start, and we're ready to start first with a monster roll. And that monster roll is going to be a 4. So it looks like giants and trolls are going to pop. And that is going to make some stuff awkward. Oops. Berzerker's first. So Berzerker hides twice, trades twice, moves twice. So we'll do the hide right here. 6, and he fails, but he succeeds. So let's flip it, and he is good to go. The first trade is just going to sell. He's friendly with the rogue, so he is literally just going to sell the 11 bucks. Done. So the Berzerker gets plus 11. That gives him 21 bucks. And then, though, he is going to roll once on the friendly chart because he's friendly with the rogues. It's a ×6 price on the specs, and he gets no deal. So he's not going to get the spectacles. And you know what? That's fine, because what that does is that gives him 21 bucks. And that is going to actually put him on the gold. That's going to change the scores, right? And as soon as he does that, you can see the scores change. The Black Knight, he takes 1 point away from the Black Knight and gets a 2nd point for being top of the heap in gold. And that actually changes the scores to 4 to 3 to 2 to 0. Done. And then he moves. And we got giants and trolls, so nothing's going to show there. That stinks a little bit for the magician, because the magician was hoping for a spider to show. The elf goes here. He's got a roll, and I've been burned by this several times, and I could feel it. Oh my god, double 6s. Like, the universe is chortling. Is the Magic Realm is just angry. So what's going to happen is he's going to be blocked there, and a 2nd giant appears to add insult to injury. In fact, that's probably their names, insult and injury. So the elf is stuck and trapped again, and I think that's like the 2nd or 3rd time he's had problems. You know, that giant is gumming up the works for our guy here. So Not super thrilled with how that's going. The Black Knight. So the Black Knight is taking the more prudent 2 hides. So annoyed with that. Oh, he fails once. There you go. The power of the second hide. Then he goes 1, 2, 3. These giants would come to him because they are prowling, but since they are blocked by the elf, they're going to stay right there. So he sneaks through without a hitch. And now the magician. The magician is going to hide. I'll roll it here. And he is fine. He's going to drag all 3 of these chits back like that. And then he alerts again. There you go. And then he's going to move into the middle of the board with his extra face. But nothing appears. No, he is also hidden, but nothing appears. This isn't a problem for the elf, except that he has to run here again, like he did last time. So he wastes a day. That's not great. He used to get through there and up and start his trek. So that was day 8. It's now day 9. Remember, on day 12, we need to be in shelter. Magician, what are you going to do? Well, I mean, we can't sit here forever and wait for this damn spider. Although as soon as I leave, I'm going to roll 5. That is absolute Magic Realm luck. 100%. Going to roll a 5 as soon as it doesn't matter. But we are going to... hide, move, and move into the ruins. 1, 2. So we're going to end up in ruins 5. And that's fine. So, I mean, we do have an extra alert, of course. And we've only used 2 of our phases. Anything else we want to do? So we'll be here. We'll use the 3rd phase to move into the 3rd space. That is 3 of our phases. And then 4 and 5 will be 2 searches. Just in case there's something there. There probably isn't, but just in case there is. Berzerker. Was certainly considering using monster lore, but the elf managed to draw at the end of the day. So he would consider, well, should I use monster lore? Well, he has 2 giants now to deal with. And that is a little clunky. And he has to defeat everything in there for it to count. So he can't just monster lore and then say run, which he could. Though he could do so on multiple days. So would he drag them today? Yesterday evening. Could he get 2 of them? He could kill 1, probably for sure. You could technically run from the second one if you needed to. And then you'd have to sort of do it again. Sure. So we're going to use monster lore. And we're going to put these guys here. So we got 2 giants. They have 2 nasty clubs. The clubs are by far some of the most dangerous pieces to our Berzerker here. So he's going to drag these over to the sheet. He is alone. Now remember, these giants are there. The Berzerker's hidden. The giants have no target. So we're just going to put him there. We will ready our... barely matters, but we're going to use this to ready the axe. To ready your weapon, you need to play a fight chit faster than all the move chits on your sheet. but nothing's on his sheet. And no one is attacking the Berzerker. Because he's hidden, this is a sort of a freebie. Then we'll play a T6 because we have to do tremendous damage, but it's still going to go off at a time 4 because the weapon number supersedes the chit speed in the case of that there is a speed on your weapon. So the Giant's club is going to sit right there over his shoulder as he sits quietly, and the Berzerker comes. This is an auto kill if you're hidden. So it doesn't matter that he flips down here because tremendous monsters don't flip until they hit you. And in this case, the Berzerker's 4 undercuts the Giant's 5 move, does tremendous damage, and kills the Giant. That's great. These chits come back into play. The Giant is now on our sheet. This weapon becomes unalerted. And now we have a problem. And that problem is... is it a problem, though? If it flips, it's a problem. So here's the thing. If this flips, it is an issue. And the reason it is because it is a length 8, longer than the axe, T4 attack if it flips. If it doesn't flip, this is an auto kill because we can just play this guy. Do tremendous damage. Same thing, time 4 because there's no time on the weapon, so the chit takes over. Bam, he kills him. If this flips, though, the Giant will outrange us and he will kill us because we cannot play more than 2 asterisks, and we would be playing, to play this, we would have to play this bad boy. So we're going to do what we need to do, and that is we're going to run. So we're going to play this to run out of the clearing. That means we have to fatigue a move. It'll be this one because we played 2 move asterisks this round. And the Berzerker gets away, and the Giant remains on the board. The second Giant here. And we, since we just entered the clearing, have to go there. Now, he gets 8 prowess because he killed 1 Giant. Every Giant's worth 8. So that's going to put him with 8 prowess. That is going to put him in first place in prowess. And so he's going to take another point away from our Black Knight. And again, with this, the scores have now shifted 5 to 3 to 2. The elf still has none because the elf is slowly trudging through the realm, trying to get drunk at every pub, as elves do. So not bad, and we can do that again. Now, we haven't completed Monster Lure because we need to defeat everything we lured to clear the card out. And in fact, you're actually not allowed to discard that card if you use the lure. So if you screw up, that card's in your hand until you can beat this guy. So there you go. So that's the end of day 8, and now it is day 9. So we already know what the Magician's going to do. The Berzerker is going to move into the valley. He is going to remember that the Berzerker gets an extra rest phase, so he's going to use it to get his chip back. He's then going to hide, and then move back to the Giant. Done. And that's 5, right? Yeah, that is. Okay. Oh, and we should have just used take cover to automatically get cover and then go kill the guy that same day just to buzz it out, but that's okay. 3, I'm sorry, the Black Knight. So the Black Knight has gotten past the Giants, who no longer exist, so that's actually sort of cool for him. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can hide and get to here in a day. He could also try to find this, but I think we're just going to go 1, 2, right, 3, 4. So we're going to go to Mountain 5. So we're going to extra hide and then move to Mountain 5. Done. And that gets him closer to Plant Your Flag. And now the elf. So the elf is thankful to our guy here. Move to extra hide. extra move, and then move 6. And once again, move 1. So he's going to execute his move like he would have before. And that's day 9 written. And now it's time to make a monster roll and see who goes. This is where we're rolling the 5. No, we roll a 6 of bats. The elf is first. And let's see. 1, he's going to hide. 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, did we screw that move up? Let's take a quick look. Yeah, that is not an okay move. So we shouldn't have done this. That was our screw up. That move was illegal. I'll put exclamation points around it. And this move is illegal. I'm going to rewrite it because when I screw up, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on here. What are we doing? What's wrong? Oh, okay. Yes. That's the issue. We didn't write that. That's it. Done. Okay. That was dumb, actually. So he moves. He gets the extra hide. He's going to do it. Okay. Well, this is becoming a disaster. So he's going to move extra hide, extra move 3, then a move into 6. And that is only 3 phases, but there's not a whole bunch we can do about that at this stage. So what we're going to do is we're going to just hide and be done. So there you go. So he's going to go here. He's going to end up here. And the question is, does he... Doesn't hide the first time. Does he hide the second time? He does. So the elf makes it out. Mistake on my part. The Berzerker is going to go here. He's going to rest. Drags his chit back. It costs 1 rest phase per asterisk. He's going to then hide multiple times, and he does, and then heads back to the giant. And he is done. And no bats. We're going to end up here. The magician, with his extra alert phase, he's going to have hidden once. So let's hide once. He is, and he searches 3 times. So interestingly, what's a 4 on the? We're going to do the locate table. Discover chits. So look at the chits on the tile you searched, and if anything's in your space, you find it. Unlikely. Nope, flutter 1. So there you go. So he finds Jack all. And he can roll again, but he's not going to find anything. So he is done. The only thing that happens is he's going to draw, because of flutter, he draws the bat. And so that is the magician's turn. And the Black Knight is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he is hidden 5. Does anything appear there with bats? No, we need orange, and we find nothing. It's that guy, the circle. So we do have 1 more combat, but as we already know, this fight ought to be an auto kill for our Berzerker. So, quick combat rundown. Before we act in a round, we can take an action. This action is going to be to ready our weapon, which means we need to play a fight chit faster than everything on our sheet. But nothing's on our sheet because we're hidden. Nothing's been assigned to us. Then we will target the giant, placing him on our sheet just as a convenience. We're going to play a fight chit, a T6, but remember that's going to be superseded by the speed of the axe, and that's going to undercut Two ways to hit. One is to line up randomly. It's a 1/3 chance. Every round, done. The other is to undercut your opponent by playing a fight faster than his move, which is what we're going to do. Small monsters and medium and heavy monsters will flip randomly. Tremendous monsters do not. That is going to be a hit. He's going to do heavy, tremendous damage, tremendous plus a star. He's going to kill this guy in a shot. That's going to be worth 8 more points. Oh, by the way, the end of the round, because he hit, his weapon flips, doesn't matter. He doesn't have to fatigue. You fatigue when you play 2 effort asterisks. He scores 8 more points. He's going to score a point for monster lore. I like to put what you scored here so I can keep track. And I believe that's going to put the Berzerker to 6 points. So the Berzerker is out to a really, really nice start of his game. I consider 10 points in this game based on just experience. 10 points is sort of the win condition, I call it. Obviously, you win if you get the most points of all the characters in the game, but I consider 10 to be a good game and less than 10 to be, depends. 9's decent, 8's decent. Less like 5 and 6 is a little crappy, and then anything less than that's miserable. So Monster Lure is done, and we are going to discard it and draw a new card. Sudden Insight. Instantly locate a site. That's great, but I wish that didn't come up, because now he has only 1 point in his hand. These events are great. They're super useful, and they sort of change the way you can play the game. But the difficulty is they're not points. They're not worth points. So anyway, is that it? I think that's it. That's all we got. We have done day 9. So I think the Magician is a little bit miserable right now, and a little bit in a bad way, because he is sort of out of position now. I think it's just timed 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's time to just head back. He'll hide and go to 4. And one of these is an extra move, of course. So we didn't find the vault. Done. Now, the reason I searched in this clearing, by the way, is that all the treasure sites are marked with a clearing number. The vault is 3. So had the vault been there, he'd have found it. Obviously, it's not a super high chance the vault's there, but there is a chance. Since we haven't seen it yet. So he's going to come back here, and then we have to figure out what the hell to do with the Magician. Can't find that vault. Can't find a spider. So, all right, just bad weeks for him. In the meantime, the Berzerker is kicking ass, but now we have the problem of, there is no more to kick. We have to now find the damn cairn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I suppose we do a search, because we're going to have to follow up into here. The only other thing we could do is go this way. But I think he would suspect that the elf would switch this. I don't know. So we either go through the ruins, or we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go to cliff 3. Move. Cliff 3. And then with his extra phase, does he hide? Does he search? I'm just going to search. So at that point, I'm going to search. That's my fifth turn. And I'm going to use take cover if I need to, done. But and the other thing I know is I've killed all the giants. So the only thing that's going to appear are spiders here. So done. So that's the Berserk. This is the Black Knight, and the Black Knight is simply making his way. He's going to hide and move, 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 move. So extra hide, move, move, and move, move, and he will end up in what? 4? Mountain 4? Mountain 3. And he's going to be close there. And he's hoping to see no monsters, because if he sees no monsters, then he'll get to plant his flag. And then finally the elf, who is making his way. So the elf's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to go to Oakwoods 4. So he's going to move, 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 Oakwoods 4. He is then going to do an extra enchant phase. Well, his first enchant phase, which doesn't do anything. Most characters have to waste a phase to enchant in the middle of the day. And then the elf will enchant. And he will enchant the Hex. And there you go. Now, if he enchants the Hex, it'll be gold magic. And then he will have peace with nature. So he will not draw into that tile. So there you go. Oh, and he does need to get the ledges and the cliff. So he has hit the cliff. I'm sorry. So we've done the cliff. We didn't do the mountain. That was actually... That was crappy on my part. Oh, man, that was the worst. I totally screwed that up because I wasn't paying attention. He has Mountain Pilgrim, and he's not spent any time in the mountains, effectively. So he needs to, see, these were all, and yes. So I've screwed up the elf here quite a bit. I apologize to any fans of the elf. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go back to the monastery. So I'm going to go move, move, and move to the monastery. And then I'm going to move again. And then I'm going to move again. And that's going to take me back to Cliff 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 phases. And we also execute an extra hide. And that will cross off the mountain. And then I will only have, when I'm through, I will only have the ledges left. So, little bad on my part. I will live with it. I'm a day behind. I've wasted 2 days. I'm 2 days, 3 days. Ugh, 3 days is a killer in this game. And that is day 10, and we are ready to roll 2. So serpents and demons. So that's new, actually. And the berserkers first. That is new, new, new. So we are going to go to Cliff 3 and search. So he just goes 1, 2, 3, 4, done. And he's going to search. He's looking for a 3, a 2, or a 1, trying to find that passage. And he does not get it. So he is done. The elf hides, fails 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty much. And he is done. And because we are now looking for the triangle, this death upside down green triangle, you'll see nothing here, and no one has ended their day here. So we seem to be okay. Now someone's going to end their day in this hex, and that's going to be the Black Knight who makes a move up the mountain. He tries to hide. He succeeds, so he's not going to be, is that, okay, yeah. He succeeds, and this guy shows up at the monastery, the shrine, the winged demon appears. Now that's a problem for the Black Knight, actually, because plant your flag requires that everything be dead in the clearing, and that's not going to happen. That's a problem for our guy. I'm looking to see how much the soldiers cost to hire. $10. I have 12. So I would need an amazingly good roll on the friendly table. In fact, I'll never get that. I could sell even the handy gloves only get me to 18 plus 7, 25. In theory, I could get a 3, 2, or a 1 and hire the soldiers, and the soldiers might let me go kill that demon. It is unfortunate that I am that far up the mountain when this happened. But there we are. And then he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe. Yeah, and then he's hidden. Let's roll to see if he's hidden. He's not hidden, so he is totally unhidden. But again, we're looking for the triangle. Nothing appears, and we are done. There's no fights today. There's only 2 more days until we should be in cover. This guy is instantaneous death for the Black Knight because we cannot fight him. We do not have any. We do not have any way to fight this guy. We would literally throw the rogue at him and then run. I mean, don't tell the rogue. If we had the poison, if we had some kind, like a poison spell or a poison potion, totally different beast. But right now we have no recourse except to play the dastardly, dastard, and throw our henchmen at him. The most damage we can do with a mace is heavy by playing one of these H fight chips. We can do heavy at a time 3. That's great, and that kills a lot of things. It just doesn't kill a tremendous monster. So we're going to have to head back down. How do we feel about the patrol? I don't like the patrol. Or, I don't as much as... Now, I'm allies with the company, but that is a long way to go back to hire the company to come with me to kill these guys. I might be able to sell enough to get these guys, because I do roll 1 die on the meeting table, so that means they might come at a time at a 2. They might come at a cheap rate, 20 gold. Then I'd have to go kill these guys and then climb the goddamn mountain. So if nothing else, this is a day, 2 days, 3 days. So it is a little bit of a crappy situation here. So, okay. Woe is me, says the Black Knight. So it is day, what is it? Day... That was 10, I believe, right? Yeah, that looks like it was 10. Yeah, 10 is done. So we are writing day 11 coming up. So we only have 2 days. Woof. I don't know. Looks like some of these cats are going to be out exposed in the open by the end of all this. The magician could, of course. Can fight this guy. I don't know that he would if there's a good reason to, but he can. But I think everybody has to get through here. I mean, at some point, everybody's got to either get into that cave or get through this oak woods to open the rest of the board up, because I think we've exhausted. There's really only 2 treasure sites here, the statue and the shrine. And we've found, I mean, there's 2 or 3 treasures or whatever, but I don't think we can sit here anymore. I think we are pretty much, and you can get to the crag. That is true. So, all right, let's do the Black Knight first, because I'm pretty sure what he's going to do. He's going to hide, move, and move, and he's going to head back down the mountain to 5. Ugh, that's a bummer. Okay, so he is done. The elf is now going to get moving, right? So he's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then his extra hide phase, I think. So extra hide, 1, 2, 3, 4, move into the oak woods, 5, done. The magician really just needs, really just needs to consider what the next step is. Diploman, I have diploman, ogres. I just saw that typo. Let's do diplomat. I like diplomat. Diplomat. So, if you get certain, what is the role to get ogres in the oak woods? Bones. You have to get the the chit has to be bones. So maybe you go there. You're still looking for a damn spider. A spider's worth 2 points to you. Still. There are 5. There is a 2 treasures. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Obviously, extra alert. Move. Statue. Search and extra search, maybe. I mean, with the caveat that if you were jumped, that's a little awkward. So the option could be you could hide once instead. Instead of this last search, you could execute a hide. You hate to just get stuck on that statue, but it's worth 2 points to find that spider. You're going to get the bounty and spider slayer. It really is good to do. The Berzerker needs to search to get that damn whatchamacall. And there's a 1/4 chance, or there's a 3/4, a 9/16, a 27/64 chance of. I mean, he theoretically should get it in 3, which would allow him to do a double move up. So search, and then move to 6. That would be that's the optimistic move. Never gonna do it, but sure, that's what we'll do. So we got day 11, day 11, day 11, and day 11 written. Monster roll here. It's a 5. Spiders and imp. Well, there you go. I'm going to take the monastery here simply because we don't. Actually, I'm going to put it over here like everything else because the point's already been scored. You are just listing locations and people in case someone picks them up or needs to go to them. So that is it. We are done on day 11 as far as the preparation goes. The elf goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and his extra, and he hides. We do flip this, and it is the small campfire. So we got a small campfire in 5, and we do get the bash car. Oh, no, we don't, because no one's at the small campfire. Done. You have to be in that's the one place you have to be in the clearing. So that is done, and he hid before he moved, so the Berserker did not see him, right? Because his first action was to hide, which he did, and then he got through. And if you're hidden, this guy doesn't see you use it, but if you're not hidden, he will see you use it and just then be able to use it. He's going to go down to there, not hidden, but this guy's not prowling today because we didn't roll a 2, so he is fine. The Magician goes 1, 2, 3. He is hidden, we think, we hope. He is. He's going to search one time. He's going to try to pull the treasure out of there. A 2 or a 1. Not going to get it. Yeah, I could almost see that 6 spinning up there. And we're going to pull a spider from and the ugly little imp. And that's because Dank and the statue. So this is what we've been waiting for. So we just need to execute on this. Done. And the Berserker is going to search 3 times. 3, 2, or 1. No, that's a fail. That's a fail. This is a success right here. No, it totally did. He failed. And so he cannot move. And he is done. And that was a bad, bad move on my part. Would I have gotten it in 2 more rolls? 3, 2, or 1? No. This is just to a oh, okay. He wouldn't have gotten it, so I feel better. I'd have rolled a 3, I'd have been pissed. Anyway, that's the end of day 11. But we do have a fight on our hands. It's these guys. So we're going to go to the Magician sheet here. We do have a buddy, so we do need a buddy sheet. Remember, we are both currently hidden. So that is good. We are hidden. What is the plan? Well, I think the plan could be the plan could be that we try to, if he flips, we still can't kill him. We have a 1/3 chance of killing this guy just with our knife, effectively. I think this guy might be an auto kill, maybe. So if he stays, so the thing about the spider is, if the spider stays, momentarily turn my camera off so that I can blow my nose in peace here. Hold on. Well, to the point you don't have to see me or hear me. So, if the spider stays on this side, he will do light damage to him. Light damage does not harm him because he's a medium character. If he flips, he's going to do tremendous damage, but then this guy undercuts him and does heavy. So we're going to put and then this guy could do medium damage to him. Could do medium damage. We can... All right. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to save our magic here, if possible. On round 1, we're going to target this dude. Yeah, I think, yeah, we target this guy with this fight L3. Every character carries a dagger, a negligible damage 1-star weapon. We can up that to light star because we overstrength it, and thus we can kill him if we intercept. That's round 1. And if we happen to get a 1 or a 4, we kill him, and this is all not even a thing at this point. So let's just roll it, and we get a 1 or a 4. No, we get a 3. So he shifts down there. Does he flip over? Remember, he's not attacking us yet. We are literally jumping out of the bushes. He does flip over. That's his dangerous side, actually. That's the end of round 1, and we are unhidden. Now, this guy's going to come out of hiding. He is going to lure the spider onto his sheet, and we will keep this guy on our sheet. And what we're going to do is, and we'd rather he didn't flip, actually, at this point. Like, we're going to have to take this for one round. And we want to play that because we want to have a faster attack. And he's going to play down here. So let's see where this guy goes. So what we're hoping for is, we are hoping that we are hoping this guy stays put and doesn't flip over. And he does stay put. Does he flip over? I'd rather him not. And he doesn't. So he stays there. So what happens is, on round 2, our weapon is not longer, but our attack is faster than the imps. So before he hits us and kills us, because he's going to line up and kill us, we are going to hit him and kill him. And that's called covering your move. Our attack is going to go off first, so we are safe ducking while we smash down. So we kill the imp. And now we come over here and we see what happens to our spider friend. 5. So the spider's going to move. He moves down there. Does he flip? He does. Ooh, so dangerous, tremendous side. However, the dangerous, tremendous side, this attack goes off first because it is an M3 star. So the M3 star undercuts the move of 4. He hits and kills him because he does medium damage plus a star is heavy damage. The spider is heavy. So we're going to score 2 plus 3 points for 5 points of notoriety. Because we don't do so if you kill a guy and then a second guy in the same day and a third guy, all those points are multiplied. If you do the killing, if one of your buddies does the killing, you don't get the multiplier. It's only things that you yourself kill. But we also get 2 points. We get Spider Slayer and Bounty. So that is worth 2 cards. And that is a pretty big, it's a pretty big jump for him. Pretty big jump for the magician. He's going to be able to get rid of that card, which he has kept since the beginning of the game. And he effectively gets, so I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it there. I'm going to shrink it down and put it in his inventory. So that's his spider trophy that he can use to fulfill the bounty. And Spider Slayer, if he returns to a visitor, he gets a potion of spider blood. Well, that's great, but there are no visitors on the board yet because they'll only show up due to cards in this variant. So, but we did get a bounty. So we have satisfied the bounty. And if we return to a dwelling, we're going to get $5. Done. So that actually pays off for our guy right there. I think that's it. I think we have done all the things on this day. And so it is day 12. If you recall, day 12 is the day that the storm is coming. So they can see it over the horizon. Bad weather. Get to a dwelling. So let's see what that means. So for our guy here, let's quickly, so we get this back and this, because we didn't actually fatigue. We didn't play 2 Astraces. Spider Slayer goes away. I'm going to do this real quick. Going to put that there. But he does get another card. And that card is Delver. End a phase in Cavern 3 and Cave 3. You get a VP and a Lantern. That's very nice. It's a little bit of a thing. So he gets Cave and Cavern 3, effectively. So you'll see that Cave 3 is here. Cavern 3 is there. They're not super far apart, but that is quite a distance in Magic Realm time because the caves you only get 2 moves instead of 4 moves. So you're sort of halved every time. So what I'm going to do is I am going to alert, of course. I'm going to hide. I'm going to move and move to the inn. I'm going to turn in my damn bounty and I'm going to get $5. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Uh, going to with that extra income. So I'm going to have $11. Do I care about the company one way or the other? I like the company. So I do like the company. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to come in and I have 2 more phases. So I'm going to execute a higher phase to get my rogue, and then I'm going to trade with the company pretty much to finish up my day. So we'll just see what they have, right? Now the Berzerker, I mean we just gotta do what we gotta do. Done. The Black Knight is going to 1, 2, 3. So he's going to move to the house. And he is going to execute a trade phase. And then he's going to execute an extra higher phase just to see if possibly he cannot hire our guys here. If he can, he can kill that guy. If he can't hire them, then we just think about what we're doing here. That's all. And for the fourth guy, the elf, he's going to move to 4. Well, extra hide phase, move to 4. Extra wasted spell phase and a enchant phase. So we're going to enchant the tile. That's going to allow us to move to 5. Then we're going to have 2 phases left. We will have burned 1 chit. So we are going to then we're going to rest. One, 2, 3, 4. And we will hide 1 more time. Oh, and you know what? Hold on. We like the Bashkar, right? And the Woodfolk. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Trade. 5. Oh no, we already got our extra. This is our extra. Yeah, we're gonna wrap. Trade or rest. Trade or rest. Barely matters. Let's rest. Done. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's it. That's our day. We got a roll for day 12. Monster roll. 6 more bats. All right, so the elf goes here. He's going to spell X and then spell. Oops, it's going to flip the tile like that. So what he has to do for that is he has to pair a ritual with a color chit. The color chit fatigues. Done. Now he has color in the whole thing. Now he moves here. Oh, the Bashkars didn't show up. Okay. Because we weren't there. Right. Okay. And now he's going to rest to get this chit back. And that is it. That's our day. Does anything show up? No, because it's campfire. And so we actually don't even need to deal with that, and we are done with him. The Berzerker searches all day. That's a fail. 3, 2, or 1, so he gets it in the second time. So he gets to mark off the path. Cliff 3 to 6. But we have no more moves today, and we are done with the day. And no bats appear because no orange circles. He goes 1, 2, 3. He's going to trade once with his guys, so he's going to see what the soldiers have. So the soldiers have all this stuff here. They have a bunch of pretty much the light weapons and the medium armor. They also have a map of the Lost Castle and the Beast Pipes. He doesn't want either of those. He does have to roll. He'll roll on the map of the Lost Castle for $3. He's friendly with these guys. He gets price times 4. He's also going to try one higher phase. Oh, wait. No, he's going to trade. I'm sorry. That's not what I intended to do. I intended to sell this and this, which stinks a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I love the shield. Because the shield protects this awesome armor. So that's going to give him $13. So I didn't want to do what I did, which was that roll. Instead, these guys are going to get that and this. We can delete that. And now we're going to hire. And remember, they cost $10 base. And this is our hire roll, which again is 1 die. Because again, they're sort of afraid of me. They're like, oh, but price times 4 is 40. We cannot hire them today. And that is the end of our day there. And the magician goes down in there. He has alerted, of course, same chit as always. He is going to be hidden. And he is. He's going to hire his rogue. So he turns in the bounty right now. So that's an extra. It's a $5. He just gets 5. He doesn't trade. It's 5 more bucks because of the bounty. I can just delete this. We are going to try to hire the rogue. Rogue 7. 5. Price times 4. So for $4, we can hire this guy for the rest of the game. Ugh. Yes, $4. So we're just going to make that a 1. Rogue 7 now goes down to here. So you can always re-up your guy at any time and add the 14 days. Now we're going to see what the company has for sale, and aside from these, a Draught of Speed and the Ancient Telescope. I want neither of those. I will roll on the Telescope, though. Oops, we just drew that damn card out of there. Okay. We're going to roll on the Telescope. It's $5. We're friendly with the company. They will sell it to us for a pittance. Price times 2. They'll sell it for $10. We don't want it. So the magician now has 7 gold, unfortunately. So he doesn't get into the positive. Do we have any fights? Do we have any checks? Does anyone? No. I think everybody's friendly here. No one's there. So 3 of our 4 characters. So the magician scores the storm for a point. The Berzerker does not score the storm. He is exposed during the storm and so must fatigue 4 asterisks. So he's going to fatigue 1. Well, 1, 2. Generally, you fatigue ones that you have a copy of. 3, 4. I tend to not do moves, but we're going to do a move in this case. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We fatigued 4 asterisks. Done. He scores Storm because he is also in a dwelling. That's going to give him 3 points. So the Magician's going to have 3 points. The Black Knight has 3 card points. And the Elf is actually on the board with a single point because the campfire, of course, counts as a dwelling. So that changes the scores like that. Black Knight has 3 cards. Magician also has 3. The Berzerker is sort of leading the prowess and gold race, so that's where he's at. Oh, and actually, I'm sorry. Magician has 3 cards, right? Is that true? Am I? Yeah, Spider Slayer, Bounty, and Storm. So his score has actually changed. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit behind on my scoreboard. He has 6 points. The Berzerker has 6 points because he's stolen all the points from the Black Knight, and the Elf has a single point. So it's 6-6 to 4-1. That is the end of day 12. We have 2 more days, and 2 more days with this beautiful weather. So, I mean, so it does leave the Enchanter in sort of a crappy spot, or the Magician in a crappy spot, and I'll tell you why. Because he can now not get through here. The Elf has effectively cut the rest of the board off of this half, unless you go through the caves. You can go to the Enchanter, but you'd have to pay him twice, and only the Berzerker has that kind of money to enchant 2 times. It's $11 to do that. The Berzerker has $21. He might do that. He might do that. So the question then is, what's the Magician going to do? The Magician would have to go up through the ruin. I mean, he doesn't have to go through the ruin. You can go through the cliff, find this, and then go up through the caves, or you can go here and again go through the caves. But either way, we got to go through the caves. So I think we're probably going through the caves. Or you deal with the statue, frankly, is what you would do. The shrine. So the Magician's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 with a hide. So extra alert, extra hide phase, move, 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 and he's going to end up in Deep Woods 4. And the last question, though, is, okay, sorry, so this is still the end of day 12. So the last question then is, and you can always do this if you're in a dwelling, do you want to drop any of these cards? Because you can drop your cards. I am going to drop Diplomat and Delver. Now, Delver might be appropriate simply because we're going that direction anyway. But let's draw 2 more cards instead. And we get Natives Arrive, which is and Navigator. Okay, not a giant fan of really either of those. So we're going to get Navigator and Natives Arrive, which means we can move a native group. A native group that's on the appearance chart, and you can put them where they would normally appear. Okay, that's fine. So, I mean, we can play that and maybe drag someone onto here if we wanted to. We could put the Lancers at the chapel. We could put the these guys at the house. and so on. Is there anyone we just don't like? We don't like the patrol. We don't like the soldiers. So that doesn't really matter because they're out already. Okay, I mean whatever. We'll live with that. But we need to play that card early so that we can get another card larger. We have to cycle these cards. The Berzerker is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the Oakwoods 2. That's his move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oakwoods 2, done. The Black Knight. Well, I mean, I think we're going to hire. We're going to do it. We're going to hire 5 times because if we're going to hire these soldiers, we need a low roll to get them. And then the next day, we're just going to drag them out here. And I think they kill this guy. I think they gang tackle him, and I think they can kill him. Is it worth our armor? Well, different story, but yeah, we're gonna kill that guy. And then plant our damn flag. And the elf, giddy at his treachery, needs to get 2 things done. He needs to end his clearing in the ledges. Will get him a point, and that's on his way to the guard anyway. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus his extra hide phase is going to get him all the way to the ledges. So he's going to hide, move, 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 and that's going to put him into the ledges. That's going to clear him of, theoretically, Mountain Pilgrim and get him close to Pub Crawl. So the elf's going to score 3 points here in the next couple days. And Mountain Pilgrim gives him what? He gets one of these. Learn 1 random type 4 spell and convert up to 2 of your chits to cast it. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh. That's intriguing. And it's funny because, of course, the elf strategy effectively has been peace with nature keeps me away from monsters, and awaken monster allows me to figure out monsters to draw to me. But that requires him to get things like, oh, you need to kill dudes, which he doesn't have any of. So he's never seen that. So I'm thinking I would take that and I would convert this chip, which is otherwise useless, into a type 4, and maybe one of these into a type 4. And so I would have 2 type 4 chits. And I'd have a spell to cast. That's a point because he would have 1 spell learned, which he would at least get a point. So that is worth. So Mountain Pilgrim is going to be worth 2 points for him. Pub Crawl is going to be worth another 2 points for him. And so he's going to jump here in the next couple of days from 1 point to 5 points. So he played the long game, and it sort of worked out, I think, for him. And he's going to end up there and hopefully hidden on day 13. Yeah. So let's see how this all works out on day 13. So we're going to flip that. We're going to delete this chip because we don't need it anymore. Okay. What's the monster roll for day 13? I do love this game because it always ends up wacky. We get goblins, octopi, wolves, ogres, all the things. And who is going first? Looks like the elf, actually. So let's see how this works out for him. So he's going to go here, and hopefully he ends up hidden. Hiding has not been great for the elf. He's the clumsiest elf. He's like the stealth, the world's stealthiest ninja, and he's on fire the whole time. Oh, there's the vault. The magician's like, oh, really? This is troll country right here. And we have completed Mountain Pilgrim. So the elf has completed Mountain Pilgrim. So that's a point for him. So he has 2 card points right now. The other thing is going to be, so he is going to now take, so we're going to go to objects, and we're going to pull the type 4 spells. And I suppose my question is, so I'm going to go over here, and this is how I have to get the extra chits. Let's put the Witch King there. Does the Witch King have a type 4/3 and a type 4/4? There you go. Those are the 2 chits that I need that are now the elf's chits. So the elf is going to convert 2 chits. So he's going to burn that, and he's going to burn that. Those go away. Oops, I just rolled them. Those go away. They're replaced by these 2 chits. And we are going to shuffle this deck. Oh, make it good, please. And he draws a card. And then we delete the rest of the deck because we'll might need that later. We go to 4. We flip it. It is Blazing Light. Everyone in the clearing records an extra phase in caves that day. Not the best spell. But, I mean, hate to say it, it is a spell that he has learned. And that is going to give him an extra point. So he actually is up to 3 points right now. So good for him. Mountain Pilgrim is done. We get to draw another quest. And it is Locate the Horde. And we will do that in a second. And done. Okay. Back over to the next guy is the Berzerker. The Berzerker goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing appears there. Black Knight is going all out on hiring the soldiers for $10. So on the friendly table, little fear. That's 40. Nope, he needs a 3. A 2 or 1. That's 2 chances. 3 chances. Oh my God! Please give me a number here. Price times 2. He'll do it for 20. And so we add 14 to this, and he gets the Soldier HQ for $20. Which stinks because he had a lot of cash. And now he does not have a lot of cash. What he does have is friends. What he is losing now is he actually lost a point there. So that does stink. And then at the end of the day, I am going to get rid of Deep Diver because our chance of finding the pool in the last 2 weeks, I'm going to instantly find it, of course, at this point. So we're going to do that and be done. And we have Locate the Shrine. So there you go. It's better because we know where the dang shrine is. So now we have the soldiers. The soldiers are with us. So if we take a look at these guys, you'll notice these guys are all slow, but they are heavy. They can do tremendous damage. And there's 4 of them. So we are going to just gang tackle this demon and hope the demon does not roll something spectacular, effectively, is sort of where we're at. Oops, I don't want to copy the heavy spider. Let's unlock this. Let's copy this. We'll paste 1, 2 more. Get 1 more in there. There you go, for now. And we are done and ready to go. Now, the other thing which we do can note is that the HQ, the boss, can move totally by himself. And do all these things by himself. Now, he's not going to right away. We're just going to move all in a bundle and go kill that guy. Have we already located the shrine is the question. Have we found the statue, but not the shrine. So it's going to behoove us now to find that shrine, get some points, maybe grab some treasure out of there too. In the meantime, the magician is booking it to Deep Woods 4. I'm sorry, Deep Woods 5. My fault. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 5. That's not where we want to go. That is my fault. And if I make mistakes like this normally, and we play Natives Arrive, normally you would be penalized, actually, for that. So for navigate, so Natives Arrive, we're going to drag. Is there anyone that we even care about? No. Company rogues, patrol soldiers, crone. Really doesn't matter. I'm going to take these guys and put them at the house. The woodfolk. Done. And that lets us draw a card. And we get Tiny Hut, which is going to take a visitor and place him in the woods clearing of our choice. That's great. I'm just going to put Visitor Woods. Or I'm going to put Hut. I'll put Hut. In the woods. And we'll play that. We can play that tomorrow. I don't really care, but we can play that tomorrow. Are we done? I don't think there's any fights. The Black Knight does have to check on the woodfolk. He's not super buddies with them, but he only rolls a single die because they're so scared of him. And he gets no deal. He is fine. And if he wasn't fine, he would have killed them with the soldiers. So done. All right. Well, this is sort of shoring up to be an interesting day, if nothing else. The problem is, and I'll tell you what sucks, it's going to be day 14 tomorrow. And the problem with day 14 for, say, the Black Knight is there's just more chances of getting these dragons out. He wouldn't really want the dragons to come out in the meantime while he's fighting this guy. So that sucks a little bit. But, okay, we're doing what we're doing. So, what is the plan here? So for the magician, learning 3 paths. Okay. So I would love to get to the dang vault. And he can, if he can get through here. To do so, he's going to have 2 secret paths no matter what, and he only needs to then learn a third effectively to manage. So I think maybe he just pops, and so he goes to cliff 5. So extra alert. Cliff 5 could bring a spider potentially, but I think that's it. So we're going to do cliff 5. We're just going to go alert, move to cliff 5. We're going to need cliff 3 for sure. So maybe that's the better job. So what we'll do is so that is an extra free move. It's his last free move, effectively, of the game here for this. So now he gets 2 searches in. We'll do 3 searches, and then he will move to cliff 3. So if he does find it, fine. If he doesn't find it, he will be in position tomorrow to search for the other one that he needs to find. He has a nudge. So he can roll a 4, 3, 2, or 1 to get that done. And he will play the tiny hut also. The Berzerker. So the Berzerker, I'll tell you what I do need to do. I should have rested. because he has an extra rest phase. So we're going to do that. We're going to take this and swap it in and swap that out like that. And then today, I think the Berzerker is not going to move into the cave yet. Or maybe he does, right? Maybe he moves in, so hides, or just moves in, actually. The problem with the cave, though, he only gets 2 phases. He does not get his extra because he's not out in the sunlight. So he moves into the cave and searches, does his extra rest phase. If he needs to take cover, he will. Black Knight. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to behoove the Black Knight to simply hide, move to the monastery. We'll get that demon dead. Done. And then our buddy the elf, who is a purple caster, is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to go 4. Extra hide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's going to end at the guard. That's going to score him pub crawl. Done. Theoretically. And I think that's it. I think that is our entire day here. It's day 14. There is gray magic in every clearing. And we roll this guy here. And it's 5 and 5. So all spiders and all imps. So here's the thing. First thing is, these guys actually return to life. I mean, I can't quite get him on there. And anyone comes off the board. Done. That's it, though. Elf is first, and the elf's going to do his thing. So the elf's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to hide, and he will have hidden 2 times. He fails the first time. He fails the second time. The elf cannot hide worth crap. He's going to complete pub crawl for 2 more points. Let's go to the elf's sheet. 2 more points. He has 4 card points, and he gets a keg of beer. I don't know if I've made a keg of beer. Pull an item bag out. Keg of beer. Now, we did this in such a way that it's terrible. Buying drinks for natives is free. 5 uses, then discard. Done. He gets 2 points. He gets to burn this. Finally, get rid of this card. Get a new one. It's Explore the Mountain. Ugh, okay, well that... He gets another one of these. Walk a lot of places. I don't like it, by the way. But that's okay, because at the end of the day, he can get rid of that one if he needs to. So we might consider that. Does anyone show up at the... No. Large campfire, small campfire. He's not hidden. The guard might chase him off. We'll see in a minute. Done. The Black Knight is going to take his guy, and he's hidden. 1, 2, 3. He's hidden 2 times. And he wants to be hidden, because it'd be nice to start this fight. Maybe hidden, right? Doesn't really matter. So we're all hidden. We all go together, and his guys follow him. Done. The Magician goes up 1. He does not hide, which is fine. He's going to search 3 times. Remember, he needs a 3, 2, or 1 to find that path, and he might consider if he rolls a 4. That's a fail. It's 1. He gets 3 searches, 3. So he does find it. So he finds Cliff 2 to 5. And that gives him on Navigator, I'm going to put 3 O's and an X. He's found one of them, so he's done one of the 3. And then at the end of that search thing, he moves there. And I think, though, that he's going to draw 2 of the spiders onto the board again. Now, only one of them comes to him, because one goes there and one goes where he... And he's not hidden, so, we'll see what happens. The Berzerker is going all in. He moves into the cave, and he's going to try to search and find that path. And sudden insight is a locate. And if he needs to hide, he will take cover and hide. He wants a 3, 2, or 1 also. He's going to get it. Oh my god. Oh, I saw double ones and then not. He doesn't find anything. What jumps out at him? Well, the layer's in 3 and it's dank. So there's a dragon. He's all for it. And dank. We have 2 fights. We're going to do the easy one first. Magician first. So once again, I think we're just going to pop this guy here. The swordsman is going to lure him to his sheet. If we need to, we will cast, but I don't think we need to. I think we're good. So we're going to try to kill this guy first thing. So first thing is, where does he end up? Where does the spider end up? He ends up lining directly up with our guy. Does he flip or not? He does not. Our guy doesn't care. He lines up and kills that dude for three more points. There you go. So the magician now has 8 prowess. Which strangely enough is so, and the Berzerker has 16 prowess though, so that's the kicker. I thought that would tie him or something, but it doesn't. He just... And that's that fight. That's an easy enough fight. This fight is a little more complicated. And it's this guy. So what we're going to do is we are going to deploy. So technically the guy comes onto our sheet, or we lure him with someone. So we're going to lure him with someone, and then we're going to deploy. And so we need to figure out, so he's going to be the target. So he's going to be the last one to deploy so that he is the target. We'll flip over just so, I don't think it matters. I think he hits him on the power of the pit and then doesn't hit him on here, no matter what side he's on. All these guys are going to be attackers. And we're going to line the attackers up like this. So the attacker is on his sheet. And we're going to line our attackers up just like that. Yeah, I don't think there's any advantage to doing that as opposed to that. Yeah. So, okay, that's it. Done. And we are ready to roll here. So, first thing is first, where does the demon end up? 2. The demon ends up all the way down there. Where do the guys end up? So we have to roll now since they're on the demon sheet. So they're deployed to the demon as opposed to the demon attacking them also. So he stays put. These guys have to behave like monsters. So they go like this. These 2 flip like that. And then we have to roll each box to see if they change tactics on a 6. He does not. It's not going to really matter. He does not. This last guy is the only one that matters. He does not. That is very good. And then this guy doesn't matter really. Also does not. So here's the problem. Round 1. We should have waited till round... No, it wouldn't have mattered. Round 1. This guy goes first. He has the longest attack. It's a spell. Power of the Pit. It will hit this guy because it undercuts his move. That means he's going to flip over to that side. He does no damage, but he does roll on Power of the Pit, and this could be terrible. Keep in mind, the Black Knight is hidden still. He just deployed his boys there. We're hoping for anything but a 2 or a 1 or a 3. 3 would suck. So 3, 2, or 1 suck. And we're looking for a 6, Rust. The target's armor counters are damaged. That means nothing happens because he doesn't have armor counters. He's just a guy. This guy then intercepts and kills him with a tremendous sharp attack. Actually, we would roll this guy first because his attack is longer. So we might as well do that. Crossbowman has to roll 2 dice on the archery table, and he does not kill him, but this guy does, the boss. So bam, the Black Knight has killed his guy. That will put him to 12. That all is relevant. That is going to change scores. And the scores are pretty good here. We'll get to those in a minute. So we're in a little bit of a prowess race for all these characters. So we hired the soldiers, came and killed the demon. Now we could loot the shrine and we could head back up to get our flag planted and so on. I think that's it for the day. I think that is it for the week. I take this off the bounty. 1 week is gone. The storm is gone. The amazing weather is gone. So pretty much that's it. That'll last into next week, and then we'll draw 3 more. Oh, this guy's going to play his tiny hut, by the way. We'll get that done. So he can put a visitor that he cares about. He doesn't like the crone. Everyone else is fine. We're going to take the scholar then and put him in a woods clearing. We'll put him here. So the scholar is going to live there. And we can get a potion out of it because we still have that spider card from the killing Spider Slayer. All right, that's it. That is the week. So here's where we end up. So looking at prowess, that's the first number on their little sheet there. The Berzerker has 16. The Black Knight has 12 now because killing the demon gives him 8 more. So it's going to be 2 points to the Berzerker, 1 point for the Black Knight. Everyone else scores 0 on prowess. Gold. Looks like the Berzerker's the only one with the cash. Everyone else is less than or equal to 10. So it's the Berzerker scoring 2 on gold. Great treasures, no one has one. Spells are 2 and 1. Elf and the Magician have spells. And then cards we see, the Elf scored 4 points in cards. Storm, Pub Crawl, and Mountain Pilgrim. The Black Knight has scored 3 points in cards, the Magician also, and the Berzerker only has 2, and that leads to our final scores at the end of week 2. Not final score, but our midpoint score, 6-5 to 5-4. So super close. Everyone is doing pretty well. I would say my concern mainly is for the Magician at the moment. Actually, I would argue it's probably maybe even the Berzerker, because locate the cairn. Where the heck is the cairn? I'm going to guess it's back here, which is going to be a hose job to get to. But hopefully it is in like the borderland, or maybe the High Palace. The Magician can run to the vault. He will probably get Navigator, so probably gets 2 more points here in the next week is my guess. But the Berzerker, you have to find that darn cairn, and I am worried that it's somewhere like in the cavern, which is just going to take him a long time to get through. The Black Knight will locate the shrine. He will plant his flag. That's going to be 2 more points this next week for 6. Uh, and that's, it's not great, but it is at least within sort of striking distance of the leaders. And the elf, explore the mountain is rough because you would effectively have to come all the way back. So I do think so. There's 2 things that need to get done first. First thing is the elf does need to roll against the guard. The guard don't love him. They don't hate him, but they don't love him. And if he gets trouble, he's going to have to run out of there. And he doesn't. And that's good because I think he's going to burn that one. And frankly, I think he's going to burn both of those and hope for something really cool here in some way to jumpstart his points for the last 2 weeks of the game here. Explore the caves and slay a giant. Ugh. Okay. That would be okay. Giant Slayer is not terrible for him. It just stinks because, well, the giants have been killed already. So we would have to go to the end of the week, and the giants would have to be the thing that comes back. So it stinks that the first time that he's going to be able to maybe use this awakened monster to his effect, it's going to be against something that is dead. So that stinks a little bit. So we'll have to see where he ends up. So that's it. Oh geez, and I just kept the scoreboard up. So apologize for that. Not a huge deal. I'm just taking care of some administrative stuff. But a great sort of set of scores. I'm looking forward to the last 2 weeks of this game to sort of see where it ends up. If I had a guess, I don't know what I would guess. I think they're all too quick. And the ones like the Black Knight, you're like, well, he's got 2 points coming, but he is also behind. Now, mind you, he could kill another. Now, he has the whole of the soldiers behind it, too. So he could. The guard is so far away. Since he's enemies with them, he could attack them, but he is so far away from them. He could definitely kill that spider, as a for instance. Maybe loot the shrine. Maybe kill these dragons that are going to show up, these heavies, flyers. And that's all fine and good, but that's just not enough, right? Even if he wins prowess, that's only an extra point. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes here. Plus, we have to draw 3 events at the start of the next week. So that might change everything. It might be 2 victory point locations in the deep woods, and then he's in a great spot. So we will see what happens. So I have no predictions at this point, actually. No predictions at all. So, all right, we're going to deal with that in a day or two probably. You'll see the next one come up, and I will talk to you all later. Thank you and goodbye. Please comment and like the video if you like it. That helps, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.